Hello, very good morning to you. It's Sam Matterface and Gabby Agbonlahor. The Saltmeister is in Washington, D.C. for the World Cup draw, which we're bringing you a little bit later on talkSPORT. He's going to join us around about 12:45, Crookie. Manchester United, it's like under eights, says Carl, where you have to give certain players time on the pitch. They don't have any desire to win. They win or they draw by accident, really. If Mainu or Xerxes leave, who do we bring in to warm the bench? The subs always make us less of a threat, and I think the opposition wait for our subs and then kick on. Manager needs to go or be flexible, like in any other job, says Carl. Forget formation, it's about application and bravery on the ball. This squad is gutless, and as much as I like Bruno, he's more interested in moaning than playing a captain's role. In the words of Alan Brazil, Bruno, a captain, do me a favour. That's from Noel. Tomorrow we got live commentary of Aston Villa against Arsenal on talkSPORT. And it's the FSA Awards this week as well. And Alessia Russo and Arsenal's Declan Rice, both of them cleaned up the main awards, the Women's and Men's Player of the Year. I sat down with Declan Rice for the FSA behind the scenes at the award ceremony, and it's fair to say that his thirst for silverware doesn't end with that individual award.
Well, Declan, congratulations. You are the FSA Men's Player of the Year. Just talk to me about what it feels like receiving an award that is voted for by the fans and how much of a privilege that is for you.
Yeah, it's a massive privilege. I think, first of all, because of the players I was up against with this award tonight. I see Semenyo, Gravenberch, Haaland, so top players who've had great years. But to be recognised, you know, this year, the year I've had by the supporters to vote me to win is, yeah, it's really, really special, so I can't thank them enough.
Do you feel closer to it, winning that elusive trophy, winning that Premier League title, because you've been inching towards it over the last couple of years?
Yeah, I think so. I think every year you keep building little things, you keep adding little things, and I think this year I sense a different team compared to the first two seasons that I've been involved in. Just a team with a different mentality, more like a desire and anger on the pitch, you know, to win every duel, to score more goals, to defend the box. You can just sense it. So yeah, we're doing really well at the minute. It's obviously such a long way to go, but we're building momentum, and we want to keep that momentum going at the right time.
You said when you were asked on stage about your manager that Mikel Arteta had taken your game to new levels. How?
Honestly, I could be here all day. Well, the whole process of it started 3 seasons ago when I first joined. Every year since then, he's evolved me as a player. You know, I've played in different positions. I've played as a lone 6, double 6, high 8, moved across as a 10. But I would say mostly how I've improved is because of my tactical aspects of my own brain, like just understanding things in-game scenarios and being able to deal with that myself instead of having to ask him what's going on. I know what's happening because, you know, he's coached that into us, and I think that's one of the biggest things that he's done to all of us, is that he's installed something in us where we can go out on a football pitch and just play football and try and win, because tactically we know everything we have to do. And it's down to us to have the quality to go out there and win the matches. And this season we've done that well so far, so we've got to keep it going.
You're a very personable character. You get on really well with supporters. You get on well with your teammates. How does it feel to be Declan Rice from South West London, being the main man for England and for Arsenal, and having that responsibility of being one of the leaders in the groups? Do you like it? Do you relish it?
Honestly, I don't take no notice of it. I've just... Do
you just do it naturally? Does it just come to you?
Naturally. I think that's just been me since I was a kid. Like, I've not changed any way. I think it's just always been in me. Like, I don't... Even though I'm playing well for Arsenal, playing well for England, I think 80 caps for England, or close to that, I just... Yeah, I don't think about it. I just play football, go home, enjoy my life, family time, and yeah, just crack on, keep going. I don't know, it's weird.
You don't feel the responsibility of being one of the key players in those groups? You don't, like, it doesn't weigh on you at all? Which is great if it doesn't.
Not at all. I think it's a good thing. You work for that, like to become one of the best players in the team and have responsibility. But I think I'd be one of them. I don't want to think about it too much. I like just letting things go with the flow, and if players need help and I can see that they need help, I'll always give help to them, and that's just my character. But on a day-to-day basis, I think even if you asked everyone at club, I'm really chilled, quiet, low-key, like to keep myself out of the way. But then when it's time to go, I'm on it, and everyone knows that I'm there.
What are you doing to chill out? You still into your fashion? You wear a double-breasted suit better than me.
Yeah, I don't mind. It's nice when you get to put on a double-breasted suit, to be fair. I've not worn a suit for ages, so that's good. And yeah, just as much time. Well, the game schedule now is ridiculous. It's so hard to get time off. But yeah, when I do, probably spending it sleeping because it's so tiring.
And when you're sleeping, are you dreaming of delivering Arsenal the title and England the World Cup?
I have thought about it. I'm not sure whether it's been in my dreams.
Have you? Have you thought about it? Have you visualise it?
Yeah, of course. I think every player at Arsenal has visualised it. I think when you've been that close, you can't not help but visualise it. You know, you want to lift that trophy, you want to hold that trophy in your hand. It's one of the most prestigious trophies ever, and it's tough because it's 38 games. You know, it's 38 games you've got to be near on perfect for, and I've seen firsthand the last 2-3 years how tough it is being pipped by Man City by 2 points, and then the year I weren't there, they obviously lost the title when they had a good lead. So I know it hurts. I know there's a fire in the boys' tummy, but that's why I said this year I can sense it's different. There's a lot more composure about the group and a lot more calmness. And like I said, when we go on the pitch, we know every time it has to be 3 points. So yeah, long may it continue.
That's Declan Rice speaking to me earlier in the week. And he says there, you know, there's something different about the group. There's more focus about the group. They feel as if there's an extra edge to try and get over the line. Is it truly Arsenal's to lose, or is he right when he says it's very early, it's a 38-game season? Yes, they've got a 5-point lead, but there's still a long way to go, and leads have been dropped before.
Yeah, I think he has to speak like that. You have to as a player. You don't want your words to come back to haunt you. But when you just look at Arsenal's bench against Brentford, Sam, Timber, Kepa, Eze, Saka, Lewis Skelly, Ranieri, Norgard, Gabriel Jesus, Gyökeres, Havertz still to come back. And you look at Saliba out, Gabriel out, still both to come back as well. The top of the Premier League, top of the Champions League, 110, drawn 3, lost 1, conceded only 7. City and Chelsea lost 4 games, Arsenal lost 1. Like, I think Arsenal wrapped this up comfortably, mate. I really do. I'm not just saying that for a statement. I look at the options they have. I look at the squad depth. I look at the other teams. Man City conceding 4 against Fulham, shaky at the back. Chelsea, you don't know what Chelsea are going to turn up. Liverpool, absolutely miles off it. This will be wrapped up, I think, with 3 or 4 games to go.
You say Liverpool absolutely miles off it. They're 2 points off the top 4. Chelsea, 9 points behind Arsenal. A long way back now after that defeat.
Liverpool 11 off Arsenal. That's what I mean. Miles off it for the title.
Manchester City, very much the closest challengers with 5 points, the gap between the two. But Aston Villa, only 6 points back, and they've lost fewer games than Manchester City, Chelsea, and...
Say that again, I didn't hear you. What was that? They've what?
They've lost fewer games than Chelsea.
Because Aston Villa don't get a lot of love, Sam, and the Villa fans complain about that a lot. Everyone wants to give Man City, Arsenal, Chelsea.
What are you saying? Are you saying Aston Villa are in the title race?
Why not? They've won 8.
Behind.
Yeah, they've won 8 of the last 9 Premier League games.
They've won 8 in a row at home.
Exactly.
And they play Arsenal tomorrow. If they win tomorrow, they're in the title race, aren't they?
Of course. And 12:30 kickoffs, you know what they're like. You don't know what teams are going to turn up at 12:30. Aston Villa are flying. Watkins, who's been playing injured, finally looks like he's fit. He's got that first goal, then the second goal against Brighton was a Watkins finish where he's confident. Morgan Rogers is playing some of the best stuff I've seen him play.
Last 2 games against Young Boys and Leeds at home weren't particularly enthralling, were they? They were very good down at Brighton to come back from 2-0 down, but they were not very good for the first half.
But Leeds away was the game, and poor first half, but second half turned it on. We've just seen Chelsea go to Leeds and lose. So Villa got a great result there. Brighton, I think their last home defeat was Aston Villa last season. So Aston Villa, for me, have to be talked about in a title race. Do I realistically think Aston Villa are going to win the title? No, I don't. But if you have that mindset as a player and as a manager, then, disappointing we didn't win the title. But you know what? We got top 4 in the Champions League. That's what Villa are really looking for.
And they've got a manager who will want to try and win trophies, that's for sure. 03717 722 3344. Is the title race already done and dusted? Declan Rice, by the way, absolutely superb company on Monday. Brilliant fella. And thanks to the FSA for allowing us to show a little bit of that footage.
I'll just say as well, there was a great quote from Ollie Watkins after the game. He says, the manager's voice was basically gone. He's so passionate, and that's why we're doing so well. I can't speak highly enough of him. That's what you want of your manager. Lost his voice by screaming on the touchline. encouraging his players, giving them tactics.
Like
He was
Mikel
going
Arteta.
Crazy. Yeah, he was going crazy at Gasson during the game. That's what Villa fans love about him. That's what every fan base wants their manager, not sitting down and shaking their head. Show your passion on the sideline.
Yuri Tillemans was on with Jim White earlier in the week and he was praising Unai Emery as well. 03717 223344. Is Gabby going mad or Aston Villa
Up the Villa!
in a title race? 03717 223344. We'll speak to Morgan Rogers. We'll wonder whether or not he thinks Aston Villa are in a title race because he's coming on the programme in the next few minutes.